Well, hello guys. As some of you know, October marks my 4-year drag anniversary, so I decided I wanted to go back to my roots and tell you some stories from the first club that I ever performed in, called Poised Lounge, God rest its soul. Now, clubs are a place that you're supposed to go to have fun, let loose, have a couple drinks, swing from the chandelier, whatever you're into, but sometimes that's not always the case. In fact, clubs can be the source of some of the worst drama that you can encounter. Now, of course, every now and then we would host special guests from out of town, invite them to come perform with us, and one time we had this one particular queen who come, and she was with us for 2 weekends in a row. Now, I would have no problem blasting this bitch out, but swear to God, do not remember her name whatsoever. I kind of knew her as, Is Corpse Queen too harsh? Because that's the only thing that comes to mind. She was a black girl and she used white girl foundation, so she was about the color of 10-year-old dried shit. But seriously though, she looked like an extra in the Michael Jackson Thriller video. Not even kidding. Now, I'm not one to make fun of people's makeup or anything like that. This is a very special case because this girl was the most raging, egotistical cunt that I have ever come in contact with. And she kept feeding us this story that she was really big in the Atlanta scene, apparently, and she was currently holding like 2 to 3 titles or something. Okay, and apparently she was in really good cahoots with some well-known drag costume designer who made her all kind of outfits, which basically consisted of Halloween costumes like witches' capes and robes and Grim Reaper outfits that were basically just sewn and patched together. But anyway, this bitch haunted us for 2 fucking weeks with the most dreadful excuses of performances that I've ever seen in my life. And she would just walk around like she owned the place. I mean, you were a guest at our bar and you're treating everybody who works there like absolute shit. Do you want a career in drag? But thankfully, she eventually left, and we never heard from her again. And I still wonder to this day what exactly she might be doing. And on some days when I'm alone and it gets really quiet, I still feel like I can feel her undead glare staring at me from behind. Here's another story for you. After the bar first opened, after the first few weeks, the manager wanted us to all come in one night and have a photo shoot, obviously to promote the bar. Well, I get all gussied up, go out there, kikiing with my other girls, and we're just, standing around waiting for the photographer to get there, I guess. And, the manager and his sister go off in their own quarters and talk to the bar owner. And they must have been gone for 30 or so minutes, and we're all standing around, just working on our poses, talking. Everybody was making fun of me for not wearing nails as usual. Now eventually, after a little while, we start hearing intense arguing. And then all 3 of them burst out and are all fighting. And the manager's sister, who had painted all kind of artwork for the bar, starts walking up to the walls and tearing her canvases off of the walls. Wood chips, debris flying everywhere, screaming, confusion. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. Turns out, the owner, behind the manager's back, had sold the bar to somebody else. Nuh-uh. Now, me and my best friend, we ran out and got the hell out of Dodge because I do not want to be around any kind of drama. Violence is never the answer, and by that I mean I'm an absolute fucking pussy when it comes to the thought of getting punched in the face. Anyway, it turns out the owner changed her mind. She gave it back to us, and all was well. But the scariest part of the entire story is we never got our fucking photo shoot. The fuck? There's nothing scarier than a wasted face. Now between those stories and me seeing a friend of mine getting dry humped on the hood of a car, seeing 2 drag queens get in a physical fight over a pair of earrings, and actually seeing one of my fellow queens' hair starts smoking and nearly bursts into flame while she was on stage under the spotlight. In retrospect, clubs are actually very, very scary places. This is why we can't have nice things. Now I know some of you fuckers must have some nightclub horror stories of your own. If so, please drop them down in the comments because I love reading and geeking with you guys over that shit. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Bye!